Welcome back to Tempa Customs, and on this episode we are going to finally try to finish up the cowl on Rusty. It's been forever, and this piece that I dragged out of the snow because since that opening little clip, it snowed twice and the temperatures dropped to, I think it's 16 degrees right now and it's cold, so I have it in the regular garage with the heater running to try to make sure we have some heat because the other shop is frigid right now. So, but the reason why I've kept this thing since I got rid of Rusty's tub almost immediately was because I need to get a template for all the holes that are on here. And actually this added one here, this one here that I'm going to be using for the slave cylinder for the clutch. So I'm going to have to try to get all these holes templated out of cardboard, and then I can transfer those templates to the firewall, the rebuilt firewall of Rusty. That's brakes, computer, or a fuse panel. Not sure on that one. And then this is steering column, maybe? That one could be steering column. No, that's got to be steering column. This is probably, I don't know. Clutch, maybe? Clutch came through there? Because it would have been a mechanical clutch. So that may be that one. But anyway, all we have to really do is template out this piece down to this hole. And then double check to make sure that we need all of them. I'll look at Ruby to see what this one is, because any holes that I don't have to put back into Rusty's tub, I'm not going to. I want to try to keep it as minimal as possible to just keep it as sealed as possible, obviously. So, yeah, I mean, I'll take a small template in here. This one I'm not going to need. I think this is the drain tube for the cowl vent, which I don't have anymore. I don't have a cowl intake. I've covered it over with carbon fiber. So this one I won't even need. And again, I'm going to have to double check. This little square guy is the throttle pedal cable. So yeah, there's a couple things that before I cut holes, I can transform, but before I cut the holes, I want to make sure that I need those holes. But let me get some cardboard and we will start to make a template of this section here. I think this piece should be big enough to rest right there. The main thing we'll be using is this curve. They're not going to be identical between the fiberglass one and the steel one, but they're going to be really close. So we'll use this curve. I'm going to use the flat side of the tub here and this piece here to keep me square anyway. Kind of like that. A pretty sharp pocket knife here. Like that. A lot of ice built up on here, but okay. If I just press on it around the edge here, I should be able to get myself a pretty decent edge. Hopefully. Yeah, kinda. See an indentation. Let's see how that works if we cut it on there. there. See how we are there. That is super close. Just come in here just a little bit. Okay, there's that. That edge is tight. This is not even close yet. Right to there. Now, set that there. You're hitting right there, just a little bit still. Now I can cut from here. Where's the diagonal on that? That's our diagonal. There. Try this. So there's our diagonal line. So we go from there, roughly to there. Then we curve like this. Which means we take this and put this back. So now that goes to there and roughly to there. So in theory, that should be our cut line to there. This can come up kind of like that. Come straight across here and put a slight bend in it. Like that. That should mimic everything. Yeah, I know the lighting is kind of bad, but let's see if we can get leaned over a little bit more. There we go. We're just going to come in here and do our best to trace all the holes, even if we don't know if we're going to use them or not. this big guy here, we're gonna push back. And there we go. I think that is all of the main holes that have to be marked. I don't know what these two oval holes are. I'm going to mark them because I don't know what I'm going to need or not going to need. Simple piece of notebook paper. We'll set it on here like this. Getting my finger a little bit dirty. Then I got these holes here. Like that. Not super visible, but should be enough to line up and put in here. So let's do that. I have had this little pocket knife since I was in high school. It's kind of funny that I'm using it now. Little tiny scissors. Again, this doesn't have to be perfect because I can't guarantee the fiberglass mold is perfect anymore, or ever was. So we're just trying to get everything close. Close enough. Take that, line up these three holes, which is again pretty close. Pretty close to something anyway. There we go. That's where the clutch slave goes, which I'll be doing on this one. So there we go. This crease isn't quite in the right spot, but that's fine. As long as we have the opening, we can transfer it to the new piece. So I'm going to take this and cut all cut the cardboard out and use a drill bit to drill these the holes, and we will then be able to take this and transfer this template to Rusty's firewall. We'll probably do that maybe tomorrow. We'll try to get slightly warmer, I think, a little bit tomorrow, so we can be out there and not freeze to death. Welcome back. It's been a couple days since the last bit that I just shot. We were outside here in the shop, and I'm going to, first of all, I'm going to go look at Ruby to see what holes are used in Ruby. I do realize that Ruby, being an older model, doesn't have all of the holes that Rusty's going to have, just because there are some wiring differences, computer and stuff like that, which I'm not putting back into Rusty anyway. So in theory, what Ruby has should be able to be the same exact holes in the firewall that Rusty has. So let's go look at Ruby first, and then we will compare what I need to have to what I don't need to have. I don't want to put extra holes into the firewall that I'm not going to use. Let's come over here and look at Ruby and see what we have down here. So, let's see if we can turn some light. Okay. So Ruby only has this big hole for the steering shaft to come through. It's got the hole for the master cylinder. It's got the hole, well, sorry, clutch master. It's got the hole for the brake master. And it's got the fuse box hole. Does not have any holes down further that I see. Here's a hole. So is this guy right here. There is the hole for the throttle cable. And that is a hole for I don't know what, but I don't think I have that one. I don't have that one traced here. So those two holes I don't have traced, but those don't look like they're anything that I can't, like those, what is this guy? Where did that go? Oh, speedo cable. So that's speedo cable. And where is my emergency brake? I think actually comes out down here. So that's actually not part of this firewall piece. So let's go look back over here. So on our template, which I finished drilling out, I just used a drill bit to drill those, a step bit. The only one I don't know is that one up there. I don't know where that one would have been on my Jeep. But this should, well, it doesn't fit perfect, but it's darn close to fitting right there, real close. That's probably where we'll put it. Okay, I don't think it needs to be perfect, as long as like the steering spot's roughly, I mean the hole's huge to get the steering column through. And this lines up with that angle, really close. So I think that's gonna work. So let me get a Sharpie and we'll mark this out of where it's going to be. And the other thing I noticed, and I'm glad I didn't take my time to trace out the other side of this, is that I have a million holes that I didn't cover. Like the hole for the speedo, it's right there. Don't have to worry about it. I have a feeling that over here is going to be for my blower motor still, and I still have a hole for it. This is all taped off when I painted the inside. Yep, there's the blower motor hole. There's one hole. Where are the ones for the heater core? Heater core, where's the heater core? Nope. Nope. Thought they were down low down here. Maybe it's these two. Nope, that's definitely not heater core. That's for the plug for the blower motor. Big hole there. I don't know what that one's for. I should have really sealed in a lot of these ones that I didn't need. Heater core? Nope, not heater core. Oh, there it is. There's the heater core. So that's where the heater core comes through the two things there. So I'm glad I didn't waste my time doing that. This hole I should have sealed off, but I might just be able to find a plug for that. Again, this is for, there's a big rubber tube that sticks out here that's pinched at the end. Then when water gets up into your cowl, the water can then get out of your cowl. But I have a carbon fiber, so it'll just look black. It'll look like there's still a hole up here, but these are notorious to cause leaks inside the Jeep, and there's no reason to have it. I'm not going to be blending my air from the outside to the inside. It's just not something I'm planning to do. So blocking this off, it'll look black underneath it. It'll be fine. And then I'll just, again, I can always come back here and patch this in. It'll be ugly, but I'll come through here. I should have done this well before I did all the body work, because that wasn't smart of me, because now I have holes that I'm not going to use. Some of them I can use the grommets to get wiring through. Like something like this, I'm not sure what it's for. I mean, it's a bigger hole. If I can find a grommet for it or make it big enough to fit a grommet, I can run my speedo cable through there instead of over there, maybe, depending on how I run it out of the transmission. Without having the ductwork up here that would normally go to this vent, because I can now eliminate all that ductwork, I'll have a lot more room to run wires and keep wires neat and run cables through the firewall. So yeah, that is what we are working with. But yeah, I'm glad I didn't waste time tracing out this one. I only needed to trace out that side. I also was just paying attention that this is over here. I mean, it's wherever this goes to. Again, I don't remember what comes through here. Mechanical brake, maybe? Mechanical brake lever may have come through this hole. I don't remember. Steering, brakes, well, brake master. No, mechanical clutch. Maybe mechanical clutch came through here. No, I thought that came out of here. I don't know. I don't know what this is for. But at least, again, I didn't take time transferring that because it's still on here. And of course, I can't find my gold or silver Sharpie marker. So I'm stuck with a black marker, which doesn't really show up well on carbon fiber or black paint. That's darn close there. Feeling good there. Let's see if this shows up at all. This is the computer, or the fuse panel. Again, I can cut these and then I can trim them as needed to fit. I'm going to mark all these holes. I'm not going to drill these 6 holes because on Ruby I only have 4. So I'm not quite sure why there's 6 here, but I'm going to mark them at least. And I should really get a hole saw for this, which I probably will do, get a hole saw, but we'll see. I don't know if I will or not. Even show, oh, it did. I can see them. Perfect. You might not be able to see them. I can see them. He said, I didn't mark that one, but I have no idea what that's for. I guess if I didn't want to bring wiring up, if I bring wiring out, I'll probably bring out that side, because I've already got holes over there. There's no reason to drill extra holes on this side when I've got a ton of holes on that side, and I can run wiring out over there. Again, it's hard to see from your angle, but they are marked. You can, oh, there you go. You can see the difference in color on the carbon, but again, that's painted anyway. It's really not even carbon anymore. I mean, it is, but it might be some Kevlar too. It might actually be Kevlar. I don't remember. I honestly don't even remember what this layer up is. Yeah, we can see them. Okay, so now, gotta make sure my carpet's out of the way. Oh yeah, carpet's definitely out of the way. We will pull it out of the way more though. What is there? Oh, those belong up in there. Oh, they're not even in there. I should probably get those put in. Okay. Got bolts and nuts everywhere. Oh, look at this. I forgot I had this. So that's interesting. I could probably, wonder how close my holes are going to be. Again, somebody else did this cutout. I did not do, remember, you don't remember because I got this tub well before I started the channel, as far as when I first got it and started doing work on it. But this tub I got was in rough shape. I have episodes on me repairing it, but that was probably not done to my quality of cutting it out. And so I'll probably just recut from the outside here where I think they're in the correct spot. So we'll do that, and hopefully we won't walk too much into those. But again, there is now an aluminum plate in this firewall, so that will change. It'll make it harder for me to mess up. Again, I don't remember if this is on the previous videos, but this is super thick of fiberglass, carbon fiber, Kevlar, or carbon Kevlar, and then I put a sheet of aluminum in here. There used to be a sheet of steel in here, because that's what your brake pedal goes to and all that kind of stuff, and that's what supports your brake pedals and all that kind of stuff. You want to keep it as solid as possible. So that's why they put a reinforcement plate in here. The problem is, again, once you cut a hole in this and water gets into it, and if you don't seal it properly, water had gotten into that steel plate, and that steel plate had pretty much rusted to nothing. So there was a gap between the fiberglass on the inside and the fiberglass on the outside, and it was no longer a structural piece. So that's actually why this was all cut out. And actually, I only cut out the outside edge. The inside I kept because I was like, oh, I can reuse it as a template. But we're not using it as a template anymore. We're going to drill a hole. I'm going to drill these. I'm going to drill the corners on like the square, drill out the, man, those are hard to see. There we go. Drill the holes for the slave. Again, the hole saw I might just drill these and get a hole saw, possibly. And this guy here, we'll drill that and see it. And we'll see how close we are. So let's do that. This is a brand new sharp step bit, so hopefully it'll go through nice and clean. Oh, there's carbon Kevlar. Ooh, I gotta cover the engine. I'm getting metal shavings flying toward it, not on it, but toward it. And that's not good. Now this next one, I'm going to see if I can, there's a corner, get a couple holes in it so when I go to connect it with the saw, it connects easier. I have less to, try to get a cleaner cut. Let's go a little closer to that. And we're good, we're good. Probably a little bit bigger. I have one more hole saw, a bigger step bit. So I hit just the outside, but again, I don't know how important that is, honestly. As long as we're close. That's really thick, holy moly. That's really thick. And we'll go one more in this corner. That looks like it's close enough. Connect those, connect those. Got that one there. Drill a hole in the center of this one so I can kind of remember it. a hole in the center of this one. Yeah, if I do get a hole saw, that's where that one goes. Okay, let me see if I can find my jigsaw. Try to connect all these. Try to connect all these dots. Hot. Oh, that caught. I might take a Dremel and clean some of these up a little bit once I get the fuse box plate in here to make sure that it's, it might not be the exact perfect size, but it'll be close. I have a jigsaw here with a really fine metal blade in it, and hopefully that'll cut through here without doing any damage. Kind of like that. Come to the other side. Got more room to cut that hole from in here. So from there, just kind of curve around to the bottom, make a curve down there. Not easy. Yeah, that's better. That doesn't terrible. The top and bottom. That. Like that. Now. Look at this big guy and see if we can make a big hole. Oh, that's a pretty nice hole. I like that. Okay, now let's connect it. Oh, that looks really good. I like that a lot. I got frayed edges on my Kevlar, but that's fine. And then this is going to be close to the same size. Hot. And there we go. Those are, again, they need to be a little bit of cleanup on them. They're not terrible though. Still super solid. Get a Dremel in here and some, clean up the fraying. I'll use super glue. I'll super glue all the frayed edges, and then I can go in here and do the Dremel, and it'll clean up all those edges really nice. This, in theory, is all of the holes that need to be in the firewall. Again, some I might have to actually fill in because I don't think I need all the ones that I didn't already take care of. But it's the nice thing about fiberglass; it's really easy to patch back in. But yeah, I think that's it. That means I can start. I can start getting my wiring into the interior, because once the fuse panel block, the fuse block is out here, all the dashboard wiring can go in, and I have all the wiring for that, so I can start working on that and start to get the interior wired in. But yeah, that's that. So we made progress again, little progress, but it's something. And luckily I didn't have to do all of it because I forgot I never touched that side. So this Wednesday coming up is Christmas, and I hope everybody has the opportunity to spend time with friends and family and loved ones for this Christmas season. And I and my family want to wish you and your family a very Merry Christmas and a prosperous and wonderful New Year. With that, we will end this episode. I want to thank you all for watching. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And I hope everybody has a great week.